Okay, guys, I'm very excited to talk to you about this figure that I just got. I ordered this on Force Friday from the Disney store. I walked in and I ordered it there. And I have to say, this is great. I am so excited for this figure. It is phenomenal. It is great. I love the Flametrooper design. It's probably my favorite First Order trooper. And this die-cast 6-inch figure just blows my mind. It is phenomenal. It does have moderate articulation. I mean, it has pretty much all the points the Black Series does, but it doesn't have the range of movement, and there are some things missing. But overall, for $25, this completely die-cast figure is phenomenal. I highly recommend you at least pick up one of these things. Now, fitting into the Black Series, it's a bit of a stretch. I will show him next to the Black Series 6-inch Stormtrooper, but this thing is it's great. Just to get that out of the way immediately, I do want to make note that he is on a base currently, so I will remove him from the base, because as you can see, that'll add a bit of height to him. So removing him from the base and setting him next to the Stormtrooper, you can see it's a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch to fit him in the 6-inch Black Series, because these things, they are 6-inch figures, do not get me wrong. But the Black Series is actually kind of short for 6-inch. I mean, if you compare Black Series to Marvel Legends, they're always shorter. And this, I would say, is about Marvel Legends size. It's a lot beefier and really heavy. I don't know the weight, but I would have to say this thing is at least close to 5 pounds. It is really, really die-cast. So yeah, looking at the details first, because the details on this thing are really what shines. Getting in really close on the head here, so you can see the detail that I don't really know who made this. I'm just assuming it's Disney. But here, let's get the lighting a little bit more. The detail on this is really great. They added panel lining to the helmet to emphasize, like, oh, this is the mouth and all the rest is this panel lining. It is on a really nice ball joint. I mean, just to go over this now, it can't really look down much, but it can look up a lot. And has side-to-side, and not too much wiggle, but enough to get some expression, like, "What are you saying to me, huh? I will burn your house down!" Yeah, it's a really great figure. I love this thing. Going over the backpack next. As you can see, a lot of details on here, too. There you can see the markings for the copyright and such. A lot of paint detail. And this thing is solid die-cast, which I am somewhat concerned there, because I do have some die-cast things. Here, I can probably show you this. Oh, something just fell. That's not good. I have a Masterpiece Soundwave, and his feet are made of die-cast. And underneath his feet, you can see... Well, actually, I don't even know if you can see. Here, let's scoot this back. You can see down there that the paint, the silver paint underneath his feet, is wearing off from, you know, the constant stress on the die-cast, like the paint on the die-cast. So that's not necessarily a good thing, and I would be careful, and I've already experienced some sort of a paint wear. I'll show that briefly here soon. But here, let's go over the gun. The gun is also really phenomenal. A lot of paint on this. I believe it's plastic, because it's kind of bendy. And it's attached to the hand, unfortunately. But it's really nice looking. I really do like it. Both sides are detailed. And looking at the body now, you can see, once again, a lot of detail. I mean, for $25, a solid die-cast figure. This is just a good price. This is just a good figure. I would recommend just at least one die-cast figure to anyone. Just one. This is the one I got, and I probably don't plan on getting any more until the General Grievous comes out. Which, if you're wondering, that'll come out October 26th, I believe. But just looking at the legs, too, a lot of detail. And I'm not one to really show off details on figures, but this is just phenomenal. I love the detail on this. And going over the articulation now, I already showed off the head. It's on a really good ball joint. Ball hinges at the shoulders, which can go up this much. Go forward normally. Only a single hinge at the elbow, which a lot of other people doing videos on this figure have not been clear. It does not have Here, I'll show it with the Stormtrooper. It does not have sideways elbows like this. It's only a single bend, so you can't move them inward or outward, which is pretty much one of the few articulation restrictions. And he has a swivel at each wrist, and here the inward bend, or the only bend, is inward. So you can't get him holding his gun, like this, with a bent elbow. It's only going to be two-handed, which isn't a big problem, really. But still, I mean, if this thing was super articulated, it'd probably be like $30, but I do see why. Oh, I forgot to mention, the only paint wear I'm seeing right now is on the elbow there. You can see there's white coming through, like the elbow bend, which none of these joints are stuck, but some of them are kind of tight, is wearing off the paint there. He does have a swivel at the waist, which is very impressive, I find. Be careful, though, because of the backpack back here. He has ball joints at the hips, which they go outward really far. They go outward a lot more than they go forward. And I would just mostly blame that on the design, because of, the crotch and how beefy the armor is. A single bend at the knee, no thigh swivel, no swivel at the knee, just a knee bend, which isn't too bad, which it is very tight. I would advise caution with moving this thing because it is solid die cast, and really try to avoid bumping it into things, because I've had die cast things and all that really attract scuffs. Like, I think I just bumped it on the back of my wall. Aren't any scuffs, but I would be very careful. And he has ball jointed feet, which have a little bit of wiggle room, not much, and I do not believe they can tilt. But I know I'm saying "but" a lot. That's just because I'm gushing at this thing. I'm a huge Flametrooper fan. And the movie hasn't even come out, and I love this armor design. And this figure is just phenomenal. Now, taking a look at that base a little more, because I didn't show that off too much. It is a Star Wars base. It says Star Wars on it. Here, let's move him off to the side so I don't bump into him. Oh, no, I just knocked over the Stormtrooper. It doesn't matter anyway. I do want to see if the 6-inch Black Series will actually fit on this base, but it is just plastic. It says Star Wars on the bottom. Now, I do want to see if 6-inch Black Series fit on this base, because 6-inch Black Series is currently without anything that really fits as a base. No, it's way too loose. So if you want to use that base for 6-inch Black Series, tough luck. But getting the Flametrooper back in, I do want to show one more comparison between one of the few other Flametroopers currently on the market. I will be getting the 12-inch Flametrooper, but I don't have it right now. Here he is next to the Saga Legends Flametrooper, which really doesn't like standing up, because, I don't know. But as you can see, this Disney Store one has a lot more detail. Of course, a lot more articulation. And overall, I would recommend this thing wholeheartedly. If you're a fan of The Force Awakens, if you're as big of a fan of the First Order as I already am, and if you like the Flametrooper, I would recommend this. They do have Kylo Ren, Phasma, Finn, Rey, and I believe maybe one other. Yeah, the Stormtrooper. They have all of those available in the die-cast. So, if you want to get that, I would strongly recommend it, but be careful. If you're getting this thinking that it will fit with the 6-inch Black Series perfectly, it will not. So, I would certainly consider that while purchasing. I honestly don't mind this too much because the armor design really looks intimidating. I can just see, because I do want to get a second Stormtrooper, I can just see 2 Stormtroopers being flanked by this big dude with a flamethrower. I mean, that'll just be really cool on a display. I do hope Hasbro releases their own 6-inch Black Series version, however, just because I love the Flametrooper so much. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling on for nearly 10 minutes now. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and I forgot to show the packaging. Because the packaging's really nice, too. So, as you can see, Star Wars, it says Flametrooper down there. It advertises it's die-cast. You can see my hands. Disney Store exclusive, ages 3 and up. Flipping it around, you see the side there. It's die-cast. And on the back, it has some really nice metallic sheen red there, and it has a description of the Flametrooper. And that's pretty much the packaging. So it has been about 10 minutes now, and I knocked him over, and I hope I'm not going to scuff him. So, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Check my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys. May the Force be with you. Bye.
Trooper, what did I say? I wanted this pizza hot.
How long did you put this in the microwave for, huh? Like, a second? I'm very disappointed in you, Trooper. I wanted this hot. I can take care of that, sir. No, that won't be necessary, Flametrooper. I'm fine with the temperature, thanks. But you wanted it hot. I can make it hot. You just knocked him over. I don't care. I'll make it hot. No, please, no. I don't need it hot. I'll make it hot. I will.